Starting the streams, connecting to Twitch. How's it going? Bingo, bongo, bongo. Okay, we're live on YouTube. I think we should also be live on Twitch. Yes. Alrighty. Let's get the music going. And there we are. Greetings, ladies and lads. Welcome to another painting stream. It's Tuesday. And you know what that means. That means another 2 to 3 hours of miniature painting. As I try to finally have something that vaguely resembles a proper streaming schedule, right? And, you know, Tuesdays just keep working out for me right now. Alright, we are going to paint the... Hang on, need to do this. Alright. We're going to paint the Deathrattle Skeletons from the Soulblight Gravelords, basically their basic infantry. And what you see here is basically what we did in the last stream. We managed to get them to to the speed painting standard. I did do the rest of the work that was missing off camera, and now we're going to move on with the beautification of it, starting with, of course, the highlights on their armor, which will take some time. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This is going to take quite a bit. And after that we're going to highlight the cloth, and if we still have time after that, I'd actually be rather surprised. At the end of this exercise, the miniatures are supposed to look like you can see here. And, you know, on the one hand it's still a bit, and on the other hand it's really not that much left to do. I'm actually skipping 2 steps, one of which would be painting the, lighter areas with the previous base colors that we used after the wash, or rather before the wash, and now reapply them after the wash, at least on all the areas that catch more light than the rest, to, make it a little bit more three-dimensional. However, that step is already 3 years old, and since then, GW has changed their recipe, their Nuln oil recipe, resulting in it not staining so much anymore. So we can actually skip that step, as the former colors are still quite visible after the wash. I'm just now realizing how much fiddly work this is going to be. So I'm already realizing how much slower I'm talking. Maybe I should have done something differently for today. Shit. Didn't think of that. Maybe we need to change course. Should I realize that this is not working out? Anyways, I had quite the nice weekend. I was with the family of my girlfriend from most of it. And now I'm, of course, back in action. Matt from Pressbook says, "Ha! Made it! Willkommen!" Welcome, Matt. I hope you're having a great start into your week as well, as we're painting up these Deathrattle bad boys from the Cursed City, but now, of course, also available as regular infantry soldiers for the Soulblight Gravelords. Yeah. How are you doing, mate? I hope everything's going rather nicely for you. Let's see. I'm trying to get back into painting. Oh, bingo! How's that going? I think I vaguely remembered you saying during the concept art livestream that you wanted to get back into like miniature, like not miniature, but like pencil sketching as well. Or am I misremembering something? Am I misquoting you? Am I spreading fake news? Yeah? Ah, bingo. There we go. See, I do try to remember what you guys write. I hope all of that is working out rather nicely. I actually had to hand in my assignments for 2 of my Art Academy classes today. It worked rather nicely. My professor was quite happy with my progress. I bought myself a new... Whoops, sorry. I bought myself a new painting program. I just need to learn that... Which I just have to learn. I have an idea, but as soon as I start, I get lost in the progress. Yeah. That sounds very much like me as well. I think that's just natural. The actual hard part with art is just to keep pushing. Do I need to put my microphone a little bit further? I'm not quite sure. The mixer keeps spiking, so I'm not sure if I should maybe put it a little bit further away from me. I did do a sound check beforehand, but now, you know, sometimes it's a little bit verfälscht. That makes sense. Alright. Did I? Yes, I did, okay. I actually did paint the rims of their helmets as well. You know, I'm just remembering that there is definitely a reason why I put up an edited version of all of these paint jobs on YouTube. Not only because it's more interesting to watch, and of course way more user-friendly as a guide, but it also, you know, some things are just rather annoying / impossible to film. Oops. Hope it'll get better soon. Well, what are you painting, Matt, by the way? Are you doing some landscaping? Are you painting characters? Are you painting portraits? Or rather sketching, whatever medium you use. And you said program, do you mean that in a way of program like a class, or do you mean it in like a digital arts program? Panzer Kitsune says, hoi hoi, hoi hoi. Welcome to the stream, I hope you'll have fun, I hope this will be to your liking. Matt from Pressburg says, I'm trying to get done those pesky dwarven quarrelers. Oh yeah, right, all of the armies. Still working on those, but I think it wasn't like 64, so a whole stack. No wonder that takes a little longer. Maybe I actually have to switch to a finer brush. The big one is a little bit annoying. I'm sure it will. I enjoyed your 40k Towerbox video. Oh yeah! Thank you so much. I'm not sure if I did that with Theinrich though. He always brings a lot of energy to the stream, which makes the whole thing a whole lot more interesting. But yeah, I hope you won't be disappointed. Digital art, I found something as Photoshop but cheaper and better reviews. It's called Krita. Oh yeah, I used that program for a while as well. It's really not bad. It's really not bad. Back in the day I had a drawing tablet that you could plug into your PC. It didn't have a screen itself, but it made basically, you know, drawing a little bit more intuitive. And back then with that tablet I used Krita. And after a couple of months I stopped using Krita because for some reason I just kept getting worse. So the longer I used the program and the more I understood about it, the worse my stuff got and the more frustrated I got myself. So yeah. I will paint some also now. A Saturnine Dreadnought. Hell yeah! If you want to send some live progress, feel free to use the email in my about section in YouTube, on YouTube, or my Instagram thingy. I'd be happy to have a look. The Saturnine Dreadnought, a fellow Horus Heresy enjoyer, I see. I want to do a Saturnine stream as well for quite a long time, but currently I unfortunately have a little bit much on my plate. Which is why the building stream, I don't know if you guys knew, but I did do a poll where I asked you guys in the community section if you would like to see a building stream on this channel, and you guys said yes. And that building stream was supposed to be the Saturnine box set, so it would have been a really long one. A poll? Where? On the in the community section. It's quite old now, and it did go through, quote unquote. If you scroll down a bit further, you can still see it. And apparently, polls on YouTube never close. You can always, you know, even if the poll is like a year old, I'm pretty sure you can still cast your vote. Which is quite interesting. I didn't know that. But yeah. Funnily enough, it was really fun to build and paint. Oh, really? Alright then. I'm sure I'll get to have the pleasure of building and painting that somewhere soon as well, hopefully. So much stuff I want to do. But next week there actually will be a building stream, as we're going to build the Vespid kill team for Warhammer Kill Team. Yeah, of course. For Warhammer 40k Kill Team. As spoiler, now only you guys know this, you two. That will be the feature of my Halloween speed paint. I say as I switch out the soldier for the next one. Let's go, we're making rather good progress. How long did this take? 12 minutes? That's okay. We have to do basically, you know, the same step, of course, 10 times, as we have 10 soldiers. And after that, I think I'll move right to the cloth and not do this second round of armor highlights. Simply because I don't want to go insane. And I want you guys to see something else but light blue armor highlights today. So... tomorrow, or rather, I think we just maybe he agreed to my Vorschlag. Why can't I speak English today? If he agreed to it, then Heinrich and I will meet up tomorrow, overmorrow, sorry, and we'll play a round of Warcry. It'll be our first game of Warcry. Just as a test run, and I really hope we like it, because then you guys will witness, probably in November, a wave of Warcry videos featuring a building video, a painting video, a battle report, and a terrain building video where I build the entire Warcry terrain out of garbage and some cardboard. By the way, I did put a new post on my Instagram. It's a bigger mini I've painted a few months ago. Oh yeah? Then I will check that out after I'm done with this guy. I'd like to have a look. By the way, how's this? Way better. Way better. Now you guys don't see my shrimp arched back all the time. At least not as bad. Oops. So much to do, so little time. But yeah, and there'll be 3 Warcry videos, and I really hope that Thunder and I will have some fun with it. Maybe we'll check out Kill Team as well. Depends on if there's going to be a Kill Team that Theinrich enjoys. Because I have quite a lot of Kill Teams. Unfortunately, apart from the Death Core of Krieg, I haven't built and painted any. But don't you fret. There'll be some videos about that soon. Quote unquote. And as this semester is coming to an end, I will also be starting with an entirely new form of video, which will be more of a blog, or rather a vlog, detailing my journey for my diploma. Through my arts diploma. So I'll show you guys what I'm doing, what I'm planning, what the progress will look like. Because I want to take as much time as I can for that, of course. Because that might very much determine my future. And also I think it's just a nice, a nice look into the arts world. To see how art students go about their diploma. Of course, not really Warhammer oriented. Games Workshop would send a hitman to my location if they found out I did Warhammer fan art for an arts diploma. But I don't know. Hopefully it'll be fun. If it's not, I'll just do it for, like, maybe members or something. I don't play those skirmish games. I did a few times though. I collect mostly the minis because they used to be nice sculpts. Yes! The minis for Kill Team and especially Warcry are insane. Like, I have them on my table right now as I'm currently painting them. These sculpts are insane, like these guys being some swamp Nurgle cultists, like with their feet on stilts and everything. So cool. And of course, the fully painted version. Wow. It's really like a breath of fresh air. Really just sweet. So yeah, we are also placing a lot of hope into the gaming system being as good as the miniatures. Because I do want to play more Warcry and Kill Team, because it's so much more, a very much more reasonable amount of miniatures to move through the entirety of Germany to play with my friends. Instead of like an entire army of 200 infantrymen. For either fantasy or 40k. Tiyun says hello! Hi man! How are you doing? How's your Space Marine army coming along? Have you already painted all of your Leviathan miniatures? Great to have you here. Alright. Really good? Oh yeah? Nice. Glad to hear that. Do you already know what you want for Christmas? This year? Some reinforcements for your army? Maybe a nice impulsor? Or maybe a repulsor if you really want to know it? Or the new Terminator box set that came out? A bunch of new stuff. My Space Marine army is a little bit in the back now. I have Grand Cathay now? Oh hell yeah, man. Holy shit. When Grand Cathay came out, I also was very tempted to get them. But, you know, I already have half a dozen armies, at least. And I need to focus on what I have right now. But yeah, hell yeah. The battalion exactly? I thought so. Grand Cathay is a very great army. And also an army that, you know, parents and grandparents would very likely help fund, if I know from my own experience. I saw the new Terminator's Crux box. Me and a co-worker might split one. Hell yeah. Yeah, they are very cool. I think the Crux Terminatus one is actually cooler. So the Ultramarine themed one is cooler than the Dark Angel themed one. But that might just be me. I think the Terminator with the banner just goes so hard. Out of Cathay, I only got the Miao Ying Mini just for collection. You actually have the Miao Ying Mini? Damn. I guess she did release a few weeks ago. Huh. Completely forgot. Thought she wasn't in the picture. Yet. Yeah. As I said, Grand Cathay is an army that I definitely would like to collect if I if I was doing YouTube full time and could put out like one video a week, like in the like in the glory days. Now I just want to get to 4,000 subscribers before the end of the year, which already is rather wishful thinking. A little bit thick on here. Need to get some of that off. But yeah, when Grand Cathay released, I was very excited. I loved all of their miniatures, I loved discussing them. I think it's a great move from Games Workshop to incorporate the older armies that now finally got some new love with Warhammer Total War. And I'm very certain that Kislev will follow next. And maybe in 1 to 2 years we might also get a Warhammer 40k Total War as well. Which, you know, on the gaming side of things I'm really excited for. I have the Marathi Mini 2 times, just as a collection item. Hell yeah. I wanted to get the other big snake, I wanted to get Fulgrim for my collection. Until I saw that he was made from resin. That definitely put a rod in my spikes. Is that how you say it? That definitely spilled some beer on my mills. I'd welcome if they bring out the old legacy factions, Araby, Nippon, Amazons. I don't know, dude. I think those factions are, at least for me, a little bit too cringe and too close to real world, right? Cathay and Kislev at least have like their own thing going. Everything that I saw from Araby, Amazons, and Nippon, I wasn't really a fan of. Also, Nippon would definitely feel like Cathay, but a different flavor of Cathay. So I don't know. Might about a 3D printer a year ago, was quite disappointed. Printing was not as fun as the hype was about it. Really? I think that might come down to the quality of your printer on the one hand. Might. I don't know. But yeah, I see a lot of people actually like rather struggling with it. And fighting with the printer and everything. Sold it after a couple of months. I didn't like handling resin. Yeah, fair enough. I actually got a 3D printer as well. I got it as a gift from a family friend. But I'm yet to try it out because I didn't want to, you know, use it with my family around because of the toxic fumes from the resin and the printing process. And I especially now don't want to use it because, again, as many of you may know, I'm sharing a one-room apartment with my girlfriend. So, living quarters, sleeping quarters, everything in the same room. The last place where you want to set up a 3D printer. 3M max Anycubic? Huh. Nippon is supposed to be melee based, as the Cathay is ranged. I wonder if Vampire Coast would return as a sub-faction? That is a great question. Vampire Coast is actually a hell of a lot of fun, yeah. I kinda hope that they do them next. Like after Kislev, maybe. But I think Kislev is the obvious successor. Kislev will come next, I'm quite sure of it. By the way, Matt, I haven't forgotten to look at your Instagram account. It just had such a nice flow going that I wanted to do one more miniature before pulling you up. But yeah. I'm actually quite glad to paint these Deathrattle Skeletons. The Ulfen Watch, as they are known in the Cursed City. Because they somewhat reignited my spark of painting miniatures. It was quite a hassle. Like painting the Rotmire Creed as well was great. But that progress has stalled quite a lot because I'm not quite sure how to proceed with them. And these guys just... I know exactly what I want, I know exactly what I'm doing. And it's very nice to just return to some easy painting. And quite gratifying painting as well. Something to paint with you guys alongside. Win-win. But again, the next stream will be a building stream. Because the Vespid will be important for October. So I do need to get it on with them. I do need to get on with it. Sorry, other way around. And I also want to test out if I can record proper videos while streaming. Because that would definitely smooth out the entire process as well. Streamline. Which would result in even more content for you, even quicker. Ain't that nice? That's nice. Yeah, we all like that. I definitely do need to check. I think so far I've brought out like 7 videos. So I need 5 more to fulfill my bet with Theinrich. To bring out 12 videos this year. So 2 of which are going to be in October, 2 of which are going to be in December, I think. For December you can definitely be looking forward to a nice Christmas painting. And I'm guessing some old world maybe. Not 100% sure. And for November, it'll be all about Warcry. Oh. Ah, that's okay. Yeah. I'm really interested to see how well the horror, so the Halloween video, will go with a 40k unit instead of an Age of Sigmar unit. I think it could make the whole thing a lot more interesting. Though on the other hand, I don't know. I guess I'll let you guys decide if you'd rather see Age of Sigmar in the future on Halloween, or if I can do some 40k concepts as well. Alright, that guy's done. So let's have a look at Matt from Pressburg's Instagram account. What's the most rare mini you own? The most rare miniature I own would probably be... I think it's none of the fantasy or 40k miniatures. I think arguably Chaplain Tarentus, but Tarentus is really not that interesting of a mini. So... I think the most rare miniature I own would unironically be the highly limited edition Warhammer Online Age of Reckoning character that came with the Collector's Edition box. I don't know his name, it's an orc character with a goblin, chief, basically. And that guy is very likely the most rare miniature I own. Because again, he only came with that box set, and I've only once seen him on eBay since then. And the only reason I got him was because, well, through a LARP group, where one of the guys sold his, collection for pennies on the dollar, basically. Very, very lucky. Where do I have you, Matt? Matt van Pressburg. Do you have a different name on Instagram? That might very well be the case. Is it this guy? Full house, I see. Is it Gazgul? Or am I on the wrong Instagram account? That could be very, very likely. That Gazgul model looks dope though. Isel just subscribed. Oh, thank you so much. It doesn't say if on YouTube or on Twitch, but either way, thank you very much. So that's lucky that I caught that, because I don't get the notification sound via my headphones. Thank you. Thank you. Minis to paint. Ah, right, okay. Full house, I see. I'm in and out of meetings, but I'll keep the stream up. Looking great so far. Thank you. Oh, whoops. By the way, sorry. Slow2x2 says, stop by to leave a like. Everyone else like the stream if you haven't. Thank you. Thank you so much. Minis to paint. Oh yeah, bingo. There you are. Right at the top. Right at the top. As it suits you. Could I please... Oh? The Landsknecht. There we go. Sweet! Very sweet paint job on her. Damn. Very crisp and clean. Very nice indeed. I'm loving the non-metallic metal you did here. Holy shit. And the clothes as well. Amazing. Very good. Should be proud of yourself. That's some great work. And thanks Vash for leaving the stream on. Y'all better on the heretics. Isaac says, lol, hello, I was on Xbox. I'm on laptop to chat. Damn. Alright. What brings you here? currently hell diving and watching the stream for some Warhammer inspiration? Or what brings you here? Yo, hello! Got another stream, says nobody. Wow, we really do have full house, holy shit. Welcome, guys. We are going to paint up some Deathrattle Skeletons. So, this is how they are looking now. I kept working on them off stream for a little bit to get them to the end of the speed painting section, basically. And this is how they are supposed to look after we're done with them today. So, quite a ways way awake. But I think there is a chance that we'll get them done. Starting new this time and painting with my orcs? Ooh, hell yeah. Let's go. Nice, so nobody's painting his orcs. Icelt is gaming on his Xbox, and Slow to Batus is here as well. And Inquisitor, of course. How are you doing, mate? How have y'all's week started so far? Everything alright? Anything to worry about? I hope, of course, not. So, I said this, I've seen you doing the Deathrattle. I just finished Deathrattle Spearhead. Oh right, and now starting the army set. It's my first iOS army, as me priest has got me into learning the game. I'm a 40k player normally. Alright. Okay. I think Deathrattle is quite a nice army to start with. Because on the one hand there's like no pressure to be overly clean. On the other hand, there's a lot of options to try yourself out. So I think you picked a good thing to start with. On the other hand, you are a 40k player, so you probably know a thing or two about painting. Explain to me the scheme for bronze real quick, please. Oh, it's incredibly easy. It's literally just Balthasar bronze. Hang on. Where do I have a better view? Yeah, it's really just Balthasar bronze with a heavy wash of Nuln Oil. And then I need to look up actually what I did after that. But I think it's just some lead badger for highlights. Charming guy, I don't know. Alright. Now we jump from 3 to 1st. Oh yeah. I don't know, I still don't know exactly how this works. I don't know if you guys are keeping your... If you guys keep your XP or not when the stream ends. Because I think you should not, but also it feels like you do, so... I don't know how that works yet. I'm starting my 3-day off stretch as I work over the weekend. Found some Forge World Shadow Spectre models on eBay I've always wanted, so I'll probably work on those a bit. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Good luck with that. Have a nice holiday. Have a nice vacation. I like to set the skeletons in an environment of blackstone. Looks great to have them with magical mysterious stones. Oh yeah, for sure. But I think they do make a great look in just a regular Age of Sigmar city as well. The Ulfen Watch and Games Workshop definitely, like, they cooked with them. The concept art for them are also really cool. And the way they are described in the Cursed City book as well. Maybe. Oh, it's over all streams? Alright, I think so too. At least those look good. Not my ghostly skeletons with bottles. Hey, I think your ghostly skeletons look cool as well. I think they look good. Icelt says, I love skeletons. I had a skeleton army back in Warhammer Fantasy as a kid. Yes, I got back into the hobby after 30 odd years away. Holy shit. End of 8th is when I got back in. Right, that's when I started as well. I started at the beginning of 8th, but not after, you know, I haven't obviously not had a 30-year break in the middle. I'll be honest, I prefer painting these skellies a lot more than Space Marines lol, more variety. Yeah. I think in general I can say that everything that I've seen from Age of Sigmar so far, Age of Sigmar is just allowing for a lot more freedom with the sculpts and paint jobs than Games Workshop is allowing 40k to have. I think they're playing it way too safe with 40k. And also they seem to be gentrificating, I don't know if that's the correct word, everything. Best example, the Sanguinary Guard for the Blood Angels who lost their wings for no reason. Shadow Spectres are also a unit I want, pure envy. Dang. I mean, there is a great opportunity to make an environment piece that shows a skeleton reaching for 30 out of 30 swamp water. Ooh. I mean, yeah, sure. Let's go with the Lord of the Rings approach. Why not? I've got 15 Shadow Spectres, the Exarch and some other Elder stuff for 300 USD. Feel like I got a decent deal? Goddamn. Not so grimdark sells to a wider audience. Yeah, but I mean, come on, like, where's the flavor? Where's the fantasy? If I want to go for realistic Space Marines, I'd go to, I think, Halo or something. If you catch my drift. That being said, the Phobos armor is, like... The armors in general are really cool, I think they could just do a little bit more. And that's what I like about the Crux to Monatus box set that came out. Brings a little bit more flavor into everything. Not the same odd 5 Terminators. Aquila was 2 weeks at the end of 8th, got all the books for 3 armies and then they dropped to 9th, yeah. So I left that out and now I just got into 10th and Spear had to come. Yep, pretty much. I pretty much did the same. And nobody says that slow 2x2's got a pretty good deal. Don't tell my girlfriend, but I also put some biddings down on eBay for a bit of stuff. But don't tell her, because then I'll be screwed. Don't blame me, Lord of the Rings Peak of Fantasy and anything I can think of or will only be a faint copy of what Tolkien envisioned. Nah, I don't think so. I think there's some really great stuff too. Like fantasy. A lot of stuff, unfortunately, is just pretty generic because Tolkien did such a good job of conveying a proper fantasy world. I myself also am struggling very much for my art diploma to envision a cool and original fantasy idea. Especially being so heavily biased by not only Lord of the Rings, but also Warhammer, right? As a Blood Angels player, the loss of the wings on a Sanguinary Guard made me sad. Just using the old Sanguinary Guard models I've had. Yeah, you should. I think I'd do the same. I just now got your handling. Says nobody too slow 2x2s. I tell you what, it took me 3 times to paint my Skelly cloaks till I was happy with the base color. I ended up with the blue-grey pale by Vallejo. Oh, really? I want Grimdark style. Hell yeah. As you can see, these skeletons are not really what you'd call grimdark. I'm going with the very vibrant approach that the Cursed City shows. Only, you know, a little bit more easygoing. Though I do thought about maybe one time revisiting the skeletons just to, you know, paint them a little bit grimdark, a little bit more interesting. On the other hand, I do have some Stormcast Eternals where I already want to do that. Which is also, on the one hand, a project that I'm very excited about, on the other hand, a project that's going to be so complicated and time-intensive that I just can't do it right now. Which is really, really unfortunate. Did I even put out a video in September so far? Because I think I'm on track to not releasing anything in September. For which I'm very sorry. The downgrade from 5 to 3 models per unit is also a super bummer. Oh really? Damn. Like your scheme? Thank you. You look like a very handsome Swedish man, am I right to have a hunch? Oh, thank you very much. But no, I'm not Swedish. Not all great YouTubers have to be Swedish. As nobody says I'm from German. What are the odds this shows up on my feed? I was painting my Soulblight Gravelords spearhead right now. Really? Oh, greetings from Sweden, let's go! Greetings from Germany to the far north. You guys, so it's already getting dark here, so I'm guessing you guys are already sitting in pitch blackness over there. Do you know the film Army of Darkness? No, I do not. Awesome country, my best customers from there? Oh, really? I do like Sweden quite a lot as well. I visited one time with my grandpa. He took me on a container ship when I was very young, and we visited Sweden while the ship was doing business in the harbor. Army of Darkness, a cult classic? Really? Maybe I have to look it up. I have to look it up then. I think the next cult classic that I want to watch is Shin Godzilla. I know it's maybe a bit too young to be considered a cult classic, but that's definitely the next movie that I'd like to watch to be part of what people are talking about. Yes, Scandinavia in general has a lot of miniature hobbyists. We are men of culture. Hell yeah. I believe Army of Darkness is also a German production, no? Oh well, I don't know. It's third part of the Evil Dead trilogy. Damn. The Inquisitor says, creates own language, create own cultures, write several books, create... Oh, regarding Tolkien, right? Impossible to write similar texts ever, refuse to elaborate. I don't think it's impossible. I think the first fantasy series that I've read that really captured me was The Elves by Bernhard Hennen. Coincidentally a German author. But he wrote also an incredible fantasy story. Very violent. It's very, like, it can get really out of hand in there. Some of the scenes that he described are staying with me till today, which is a feat that no other written medium has done for me so far. Which is why I also can't reread any of the books, but they were peak cinema. If you get what I mean. They were really good. They were also really well thought out. Incredible book series. At Bringvart, did my pictures from Insta reach you? Your pictures from Insta? You mean, Did you send any? Because I just looked up Insta, so maybe I overlooked them. But could be that Instagram didn't send them my way. Hang on, I'll have a look after this guy's done. Well, the board game is out 30th September, and a 4x miniature box. Also, board game comes with paper characters, so miniatures are separate. Game based on the last battle against Evil Ash and tons of skeletons. So you mean Army of Darkness? Damn. I'm not that big in the board game scene. I get news every now and then. For example, now that Battle of Hoth came out. And I also would really like to try out the fleet game, the fleet warfare game, Star Wars, I think Tactics it's called? No, not Tactics. Warhammer, Star Wars Armada. I gave my brother a box, the base box, for Christmas, but he hasn't tried it yet because he too has so much on his plate. Was a while back already. I sent you a pic of my Gaskull Thraka. Well then, I might have just looked at it before you came. I showed off a Gaskull Thraka. Hang on, I'll have a look. Durin Bjornsson says, True, having to stay inside 6 months of the year means you develop an interest for nerdy things. You know what? There was one thing I wanted to say as well when you said that a lot of Swedish people are into like Warhammer and tabletop games. I didn't know if that came off. That would have come off a little bit offensive. Keeping it safe here. Armada's very fun. I kept crashing my frigates. Oh, hell yeah. It sounds very fun, it looks very fun, and the miniatures are quite cheap because a lot of them you can get on Etsy nowadays anyway. So yeah. Gaskur Thraka. I think so as far as Instagram is concerned, you didn't send anything because Instagram just tells me that it doesn't support. Oh, Bjornson just subscribed. Thank you very much. Happy to have you tag along. I hope you won't be bored and that I keep you entertained. But yeah, I did have a look at your Gaskur Thraka just before you came into the stream. I think he looks quite dope. Is it a self-built model? Because he looks so chunky. I've never seen the Gaskur Thraka model before. So very, very cool. Yes, sorry, that was Army of Darkness. You will love the film, it's so good. Great fantasy horror/comedy. Alright then. Hang on, I'll take a picture of your chat so I remember to check it out. Alright, thank you. Then I know what happened? Alright. It's the old model before the huge one. Oh yeah, right, of course, he has there's a huge Gaskur Thraka model now. Completely forgot. Yes, of course, the iconic orc. But yeah, that model looks cool as well. Too much family business? Gotta have a hobby to get you through the... Oh yeah. I sold my Star Wars mother box because we didn't get the group together. Ah, unfortunate. Fat Man's Kitchen is also here. Afternoon, out right now. We'll watch you if you're still back when I get back. Oh yeah, sure. I'll be on for, I think, at least 1 more hour, if not 2. So yeah, sure. Glad to have you here as well. Durin says, I think board games are great as long as they have really good miniatures, and that's why I prefer Games Workshop board games myself. I like Speed Freaks, Space Hulk, Cursed City, I highly recommend. Oh, definitely. I mean, the miniatures that we are painting right now are from the Cursed City. I already painted the Cursed City 2 full times. This, for example, is my Captain Halgrim. Halgrim? I think his name is Halgrim. Back when I made the speed painting video about him. So yeah, definitely can recommend the Cursed City as well. I have heard it's not as good as Silver Tower, and for the longest time I thought that I will never be able to confirm or deny that because I don't own Silver Tower. But Heinrich will come tomorrow or overmorrow with Silver Tower in tow. He actually found a third-party retailer, retailer, that still had the original Silver Tower sealed up and everything, and it only cost him like 150 bucks. So he got it, and I'll get it off him in exchange for one of my cursed cities that I have. Wow, you're super talented. Glad I stumbled upon you. Oh, thank you very much. Definitely, if you want, have a look at my videos. I highly recommend the Halloween speed painting guides, as they have quite the big production value behind them. Not in terms of money, but in terms of just the raw strength and brain power that I put into them. Have the Silver Tower still unpacked? God damn, man. Standard price? Standard price? I looked on eBay for Silver Tower and there the standard price is like 300 bucks upwards. Thanks for the tip, ISL. Gonna give it a look. Alright. And another recommendation for Army of Darkness. Alright then, I'll have a look as well. I was really fired up when Trench Crusade came out. I definitely wanted to check that out as well and get into that. But I didn't know how to get the miniatures. I'm pretty sure the only way you could get them was either via Etsy where it was rather hard to find good models in the first place, or via the original Kickstarter, which I wasn't a part of. I recommend the 50 Dark Angel Terminator videos. Oh yeah, those are very good as well. A huge project that has happened so long ago, that I actually tend to forget it sometimes. Also, it really doesn't help that the miniatures have gone back to their original owner and I don't have them on my shelf anymore. During the box is about £40. Oh, really? Matt says, I bought it when it got out, but I'm still forgetting about it. Same with the Cursed City box. Well, I also have the Blackstone Fortress. I got it when I thought that they might discontinue it, and I stumbled upon it also at another third-party retailer who sold it to me for like $100, so very cheap. And it was right at the time where I was basically, you know, coming to an end with my Cursed City speed painting series, and I wondered about maybe if I should paint the Blackstone Fortress next. But that didn't happen because you guys voted for the Luminative Realmlords to be painted. Maybe not you guys, but the fans that I had back then. You can print them yourself? Oh really? Trench Crusade minis are for sale on my mini factory for about 6 months now. I don't have anyone to play the game with, but printed all the minis myself. Alright then, hang on. Definitely need to photograph that message. Okay, I'll check that out. You know what I did? Do I have the pictures here? No. What I did was, because I couldn't paint the miniatures, I made some ink paintings with Trench Crusade and Warhammer themes for my Art Academy class. Because they fit the medium of just black and white ink on rice paper so well. I'm not quite sure if I've posted those paintings in the community page, If not, if you want to have a look, I did make a video where I talked about my finals for the 6th semester, or the 5th semester, I think. And they're part of that, so definitely if you want. But thanks for the tip. I think it's mainly 3D printing with Trench Crusade. This Age of Darkness game was on Kickstarter 7 years ago, lol. Damn. Just being released end of this month. I'm stunned. Thought it be out already. Found out the other day. Oh yeah. I mean, I definitely get that you're excited about it. I get that through all the messages. Maybe I'll have a look as well. Maybe once we're a little bit further in with these guys. The Trench Crusade official My Mini Factory page is called Factory Fortress Inc. I know, very counterintuitive. Oh, thank you very much. I hope they're not too expensive. But on the other hand, I already have so much stuff. I wish I could do this miniature painting business full time. Maybe then I could get through all of my miniatures. And when the university is over next year and I have to get, you know, set up my illustration career, I really hope I can still do this. So, what do we have? Let me send you a picture of my games table on display. Oh yeah, sure, please do. Favorably via email, but you can of course use Instagram as well. Same, I wish I could make a livable wage painting minis, but I'm not that good. Don't discredit yourself. It is very rough out here, not gonna lie. One time I made quite an alright living with painting commissions. Up until the one time where a guy scammed me out of $400. Which was basically the time where I closed down my commissions and brooded over that for, I think, a year or so. And then I had unfortunately too little time with university, YouTube, and actual work. Where in Germany are you? Well, I'm not giving you my exact coordinates, but I am in the largest, what's it called? Ballungsgebiet, lol. I'm in Rhineland-Westphalia. North Rhine-Westphalia, sorry. North Rhine-Westphalia right now. Though I come from the coast of the North Sea. From East Frisia. Then it's still a progress. And it's from wartime narrative gameplay? Hell yeah. Through Insta? Alright, I'll have a look then. Gotta bounce and handle some errands. Gotta leave the stream running on my desktop to keep a viewer going. Thank you, man. That really means a lot. Have, you know, much success to you and your errands. Catch you later then. Either on the next stream or, you know, maybe even later today. But again, the next stream will not be a painting stream, it will actually be a building stream where we're going to build the Vespid kill team. It will be either on Friday or tomorrow. I'm not quite sure yet. Or maybe on the weekend, I don't know. But it will be this week. I lived in Hanover, Munster and Orlinghausen, just outside Bielefeld. Ooh. Lucky to have lived in Münster. Münster also has an art academy, if you didn't know. And I tried to... I sent my application there as well, and they gave me... they sent me back a letter, which I thought was my letter of acceptance, but in fact it turned out to be a letter of resignation. That literally told me that unfortunately, but empirically proven, I did have not an ounce of artistic talent in my body whatsoever, was basically what it said. And that's also basically, like, roughly the words that they used as well, so... yeah, that was quite a bummer. 7 years I was there growing up. Me and I was in the forces. Oh, really? I loved it over there. I'm in UK now, but I'm from Ireland. Oh, hell yeah! I love Ireland. I went there with my sister for like a week. Fell in love with that country. If I ever had to, like, emigrate somewhere else, I would definitely choose Ireland. Dude, wanna switch places? You wanna live in North Rhine-Westphalia over Hanover? Sure, I'll switch. But no, I actually have found quite the nice apartment here. Well, apartment would suggest more than one room. There we go. Oh my gosh, we have 5 more skeletons left, goddamn. Man, now I want to live in Ireland? Oh yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Ireland was very sweet. The people over there were very friendly, and we basically took a plane to Dublin, then went to Galway. The reason being that, well, there was an easy bus connection from Dublin to Galway, and we heard the song Galway Girl, and we were like, alright, if there's a song about this city, it has to be cool. And Galway was insanely cool, we loved it over there, holy shit. And then we visited, of course, you know, the cliffs of Moher and Kylemore Abbey. As well as a few little villages in the area. So very nice, very nice. Lol, I choose Germany. Better food and snows in winter. Well, that's of course another thing, right? The locals told us that Ireland is never cold but always fresh. So it's perpetually like my home region of East Frisia, right? Last time I heard about such letter was in Austria, 1907-1908. Most recognizable Austrian? What do you mean? It's called a studio, makes it sophisticated. Oh yeah, sure. I'm in a studio apartment. Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense because I'm an artist and I live in my studio. Oh, that makes so much sense. Of course. Thanks for helping me with my PR. I'm half Greek myself and my Swedish friends can't wrap their head around why I choose to move here. But the soul decides what you need, not your head. Now I see Northern Lights every season, that sounds awesome. Yeah, Sweden is very cool. Very cool as well. My parents for a time actually thought about moving there. But it's rather difficult to migrate to a country where you don't speak the language. And Swedish is not that easy. Dangry said, shouldn't you be painting your Nurgle guys right now? You wanna know something? My Nurgle guys are actually done. Wanna see? Ha! Ah, shit. Looks like I lied. Yeah, I should probably be painting my Nurgle guys. But it's Tuesday, it's time for a stream. And so far I haven't... I'm not quite sure if I can stream and make, you know, video recordings at the same time. Ah, fucking got you! Ah! But yeah, I see you saw my message. So do you want? Do we want to meet up tomorrow or overmorrow? What would you rather have? That's one way to say to poor to have a real office / working place. Nah, that's cool. I'm like Elon Musk. I sleep in my office. It's like, let's go. I'd love to go to Norway or Sweden to see the Northern Lights. Oh yeah, I'd like to do that too. I see you didn't see my reply to your message. The only reply that I saw is that you would like to have a look at the diplomas. That's everything that said. That didn't necessarily... Like, that doesn't necessarily mean that you want to come. And after that I didn't check my phone because then my stream started. And I can't be on my phone during the stream. Hello? That would be rude. My minis are getting better drooling over you? Sorry? Odin himself! We were just talking about Scandinavia and now Odin himself has joined the stream. Let's go. BRB, coffee time? Oh yeah, see you soon. But yeah, my minis are alright. I'm still waiting for the Empire Starland guy on the horse to get finished. Actually, hang on. I do have him kinda finished. If we have a look. There we go. I mean, of course, you know, his face is rather rough still. The shield needs a rework and the base is not done. But apart from that... I think he is rather finished. And Heinrich is done with my shit and just says, bro, okay, yes, I meant Thursday. Alright then. See you Thursday. Alright. Because that means that I have actually tomorrow to finish my assignment for Friday. Looks good but not finished. Damn. Alright. So, and of course for Olin as well, we are finishing up the Deathrattle Skeletons, as you can see. And this is how they're supposed to look like by the end of the stream. And I really hope we'll get there. Because I don't think that I can justify another round of Deathrattle Skeletons for a stream. The next stream, if Theinrich is coming on Thursday, that means there will be no stream on Thursday. So this either means that there'll be a stream on Friday, which is quite likely, or a stream tomorrow, same time as now. Not 100% sure what I'm gonna do, but definitely there will be another stream this week. Matt says, like, I have to speak about finished projects with my 140 dwarves waiting for my attention. Wasn't it only 64? Or was that only the core list? Panzer says, bleh, did some base coating with Vallejo dark aluminium and now... but it wasn't as good as I thought. Gonna switch and repaint it with Surcoat Silver or Lead Belcher. I mean, Lead Belcher is personally my favorite fight primer, because it's dark and it leaves a very consistent and good coverage. I think Army Painted Aluminum or Aluminium is a little bit too bright for a primer, at least I think so. You have to darken it down with wash and other techniques too much, again, in my opinion. The Inquisitor says, at Brink of Art has a big stream. That means we as the audience have the moral incentive to bully him like any big YouTuber. Actually, let's have a look. How many people are currently watching? 9? 9 in that case. In that case, I'm allowed to say 9, you down. You're not allowed to bully me. Yeah, sure, go ahead. You can't bully me. You can't say anything half as mean as the stuff that I say to myself in the mirror. Ha! That's only one squad of Corlas. I have more waiting behind. Did you buy like 3 army sets of that stuff when it came out? How have you that many Corlas? By the way, huge respect for me for painting so many minis at the same time. I'd love to do that as well. In spring I have something waiting for you. Oh, Odin just subscribed. Hell yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for joining the stream. I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, I hope that you'll enjoy my videos as well. If you want to watch something right after this, I highly recommend my speed painting videos, my Halloween speed painting videos, or the huge Terminator rescue that I did, featuring 55 Dark Angel Terminators that somebody wanted to sell on eBay. And I was like, nah, I can't let that happen. And I sent him a message being like, hey man, I'm a YouTuber. Do you wanna like send me the miniatures for free? I'll paint them up and then send it back to you. So crazy message, something that definitely feels like a scam. But he was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll send them to you. Holy shit. That trust. So much trust. So yeah, I painted them up real nice for the guy. I really tried my best. But yeah, 55 Terminators, goddamn. It gave this weird dry grey color instead of the metallic when I shaded it. That's bad. I'm sorry to hear that. Fully equipped for painting now? Oh yeah. I have in total about 6,000 points of orcs. 6,000? Yeah. 4,000 points of goblins and more than 14k points of dwarves. With only 60% built and painted. Goddamn. He sends us regards, by the way. Oh, thank you. Best regards back to him. Just today I had a look at one of the shorts that I did about his army. Very nice, very nice. That reminds me, I definitely need to get myself the goddamn DHL app for the Demon engine. Because that's supposed to be my Christmas project. Need to see if that all will work out quick enough. But yeah, I definitely want to do that as well. I have a calendar with all the stuff that I have planned for this year. hanging right over my bed, so it's literally the last thing I see when I go to sleep, apart from my girlfriend, of course, and the first thing I see when I wake up. And one of the points that I always read every day is Demon Engine. And I'm just like, ah, god damn it. And then the day goes on, something happens, and I forget to set up the PO box. And then I go back to sleep and I see Demon Engine, and I'm like, ah, damn it. My gosh, that was a very bad stroke. Hang on. Stroke of paint, that is. Although if somebody was to see that, maybe they'd get a stroke as well. Elio says, hey guys, hello! Yeah man, it's screaming after you, brother. Sorry. Yeah, I'll definitely, I'll try to remember. Because I definitely want to paint him as well. I'd love to do something bigger than, you know, the last, like the biggest miniature I've painted all year was, I'm fairly certain, the Space Marine Centurion. And I'd like to have something big, you know? Big mini energy. Pressure much? Nah. Well, it depends on what you want for him, right? But yeah, again, hi Leo. The Inquisitor says, so you're saying that the people in my emails who also say to be YouTubers are trustworthy with my bank details they want for a video? What's your email address again? No, don't do that. For me, Imperial Knight is the biggest that you painted this year. I also have an Imperial Knight right over there in the shelf. And he glares at me. Angrily, because I bought him years. Yeah? My dear?
Yeah?
You say something? Oh, sorry.
I laughed because I heard it glares at me angrily.
I meant my Imperial Knight, not you glaring at me angrily.
Yeah, I know, but it sounds funny. So
Ah, okay.
Chuckle.
Ain't she the cutest? But yeah, the Imperial Knight, and I also have Magnus the Red. Magnus the Red, also from eBay, also not painted very well. You know, he looks decent, serviceable even, but not great, not befitting a Primarch. And also a miniature that I would have liked to rescue last year, basically. But my miniature rescue videos actually don't perform as much. Not that that's really a metric that I look after so highly. I mean, if I want to do a project, I'll just do it. But, you know, if there's other stuff that I have planned, then that comes before. Elio says, my father has a lot of collection of painted toy soldiers made of tin and metal. W. Britain's King and Country and John Jenkins and more. Damn, Citadel Miniatures born. Yeah, those, I think those are older than Citadel. Or maybe not older than Citadel, but definitely older than mainstream Warhammer. I don't know what she said, but it goes into the book. Nah. I thought she said something, but in truth she just laughed because it's something that I said sounded funny to her. Nothing. Nothing happens. You just enjoy your evening.
What book?
There is no book. Guys, stop talking about the book.
I don't want to get into some kind of like dwarven book.
So sorry guys, you can't put her into the Book of Grudges. She doesn't want to. Maybe that's a strategy. Just tell the dwarves you don't want to. That's going into the book. No, you can't. Oh shit. No one's ever tried that before. Inquisitor says mainstream Warhammer. Well, okay. Not zeitgenössisches Warhammer. No elven maid is a god of mine. Into the book! Alright. Spot on with the elven maid. Nothing. Anyways, I would like to give more commentary about what we are painting instead of all the other stuff that I'm talking about. But we've been at it for like 1.5 hours and the process has not changed. We are still edge highlighting and detail picking the armor with some Thunderhawk blue to make it pop a little more. After which, I don't know if you've seen my video, but after this step we have to do the same thing all over again, but with, I think, either Takeless Blue or Colored Sky. But I will not do that. I will leave that step out, at least for the stream, at least for now, and move right on to the cloth with some Mephiston red to make that pop a little more. Oops, sorry. Panzergitsima says, gotta head off now. Have a nice night, everyone, and thanks for the stream. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Have a nice night yourself. Get some rest, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow or later this week. You shall be listed in the book. Who, me? I've nearly finished the White King on Steed. Ooh, the new one. Hell yeah, such a great miniature. I personally really like his alternative build where he looks more like a undead Russian aristocrat. I think that looks very good. I sold wishes in Nighty Night to Panzer Kitsune. Such a thoughtful and kind community I've built. Very good to have you all here. Debbie Britain's detail just got discounted in 1989 after Citadel's miniature were popular. Discounted? Yeah. That's the thing, I see some YouTubers sometimes talking about Citadel's miniatures and Games Workshop and of course, like prices and stuff. And even compared to, you know, even when you see some stuff on Etsy, you're like, oh wow, that's actually a very nice print. Like I've seen some... Do I have this miniature right on my desk right now? Hang on. So I got this Turtle Man from Etsy. You know, just as a fun project on the side. And he looks quite nice, you know, the detail is quite astonishing, especially because this is just one singular print. You can make out the individual strands of the leaves. You have quite a nice grain texture on the wood. You know, like you have like some small frogs on his mushrooms on his shell. And of course, for what struck me the most were the very fine details, the Art Nouveau details on his lamp. Where I was like, holy shit, 3D printing has really caught up. But when it comes to like dynamic and stuff like that, it's just like the poses and detail that you can see on like Games Workshop minis, such as for example Captain Holgrim. And of course this miniature is now also 3 years old again. So this is already considered to be a rather old miniature again. It's just incredible. I think Games Workshop was really just doing a great job, and I haven't seen any other company coming quite as close to their standard. Moustache Prawn says, hey, nice Skeletor! Thank you very much. Over on Twitch, let's go. Somebody joining on Twitch. I also would like to do one more, like, stream subathon or something. Maybe I'll do that toward the end of the year. Before I head off, right before Christmas, to my family. Whoops! Hey! My camera apparently doesn't like that. Matt has deleted his message. Such a shame, I didn't have a look at it. Don't know what he said. There we go. Well, back in the 80s, we were buying metal that you could weigh in a scrapyard, lol. Plastic you get sort of, yeah. Miniatures now look great and price now reflects the government taxing, not GW's fault. World gone mad? Well, I'm fairly certain they would have, like, we would reach this price even without taxation. Maybe I'm wrong though, maybe that's delusional to say. Don't know the exact economics. And again, the miniatures are still good enough that I say alright. At least most of them, of course. Blood Angel players are crying in the corner. Which is just unfortunate. Oops, sorry. At least 40k Dark Angel players are. Dude, spin a wheel subathon like the ones you did before? Oh yeah, that's precisely what I want to do again. That was like an incredible amount of fun. And really helped me and the channel out a huge amount. Now GW would charge that anyway? That's what I'm saying, yeah. I like the 3D printing of minis, it gives people a chance to do something else than GW wants. Oh yeah, definitely. In that regard, I also really like Etsy, even though some of the minis on there are rather expensive. And I think, like, sometimes people on Etsy sell their 3D printed minis for roughly the same price that GW sells them. Which I think is rather unfortunate. I know as someone who sells on Etsy himself, that's not necessarily the seller's fault. But rather all of the taxes, quote-unquote, that Etsy puts on their stuff. But I'd really, you know... Oops, sorry. I think that's a little bit delusional to charge the same price as Games Workshop, because I always think if I can get a knockoff Marine for 30 bucks, I should better get the proper Marine from Games Workshop for 30 bucks. But of course there are a lot of sellers that don't do that, that can actually afford to sell them at a cheaper price, and you know, the quality is quite astounding, honestly. Quite good. Dude, I'd wager it was the reason I stuck with you almost. Really? Yeah, that subathon was very nice. I'd definitely like to do that one again. Maybe paint like Saturnine or something else. Or rather, if we continue the spin a wheel, then, you know, just do that. But mostly I scan eBay for vintage Metal Warhammer minis. They had a lot of character back then. Oh yeah. I recently found one of my white whales on eBay. I think his name is Prince Althron from the High Elves of the Warhammer Fantasy days. And that is definitely a good thing. A Khitan, maybe? Actually, I'm pretty sure I would not paint the Khitan in the in a stream, simply because I'd rather make a video, and a miniature that big usually needs to have different camera angles, like a lot of different camera angles to be properly captured, which is bad for a stream because I can't, you know, I don't want to take precious time out of a stream to set up a camera differently. Like every minute or so. Well, not really, I'm picky. Oh yeah? Well then. Matt from Bressig, dude, so you're the reason all good deals are gone now? There are actually quite some incredible deals on eBay. Just, of course, you know, every time I say I want to stop buying Warhammer, I see some good deals on eBay. Which is why I really need to stop visiting that website. I recently saw a Malkador Infernus tank Like a proper one, not a 3D printed one, for like 30 bucks. I immediately, of course, bid on that, but someone outbid me, of course. That's just how the cookie crumbles. And 30 bucks is quite an insulting price for such an expensive miniature. Well, not really, oh yeah, okay. If it's not a dwarf or something special, I don't want it. You sound like the guy from Ratatouille. If it's not a dwarf, I don't want it. I don't know the exact cadence he says it in the English version. Neither do I for the German version, it's been such a long time since I saw the movie. eBay is 70% Tau or Eldari minis? Nah, not really. Huh? Nah, that's not true. The Malkador. It's available in plastic now? Oh yeah. I'm hunting for the old Gasku model in metal, but I'm not paying 80 bucks plus for it. Yeah. I own nearly every Gotrek and Felix miniature. There are Gotrek and Felix miniatures? God damn, I didn't even know that. Holy shit. That's great, that's awesome. Congrats for that, to that, man. So I need to be quiet to gather a bit of focus. Ooh. Or else stuff like that happens. Hang on, I'll have a look at the chat in a second. So wait a minute. I've seen a great Necromancer model on Etsy I'm after. Ooh. I think I bought a bunch of Kriegers of Etsy right before they released the Krieg infantry units for Warhammer. And I wanted to see how well they do compared to those miniatures. But I haven't gotten to them yet, unfortunately. Oops, sorry. There was a model for Ulrika Magdova. Still don't have that. Damn, didn't know. Durian says, damn, I zoned out, what did I miss? I don't know how you do it, talking, reading, chat, and painting. I get tunnel vision when I get into it. Oh yeah. I mean, it definitely helps that I've painted this miniature quite a bit already. And as I said, I've been basically doing the same task for 1.5 hours now, which, you know, helps to just get into painting AFK. And of course, it's just a load of practice, right? I think I'm on this is my 53rd stream. I've been streaming roughly for, I think, around 3 years now. So yeah, I'm just getting more and more used to it. So also thank you for everybody who keeps typing in the chat, because that definitely helps to keep me fresh and able to talk and do all that. So you have a pile of shame, Brinkovat? Dude, a pile of shame? Brother, I have a mountain of shame. God damn! I wanted to do, and I think I'll do that maybe around Christmas. I think that's a good idea for a Christmas video, actually. I wanted to do a pile of shame drinking game, where I go through my entire pile of shame, and for every miniature that I don't remember owning, I take a shot of like something really with a lot of strong alcohol in it, right? And then we'll just see how hammered I am in the end. I did that once before, but that was rather rushed, and I didn't like the production quality of it. I did that actually 2 years ago, in the spring. And the alcohol that I took apparently was too weak as well. I got something called Klopfer, which is like small bottles of liquor here in Germany. It's used for parties and stuff. And that wasn't strong enough. I think I downed like 20 of those, and I could still speak somewhat coherently. And that just wasn't as much fun. So yeah, the Pile of Shame drinking game, coming to you this Christmas. Woo! 1 hour and a half later, another skeleton. I'm in the same boat, lol. Yeah. But that's actually a good idea. I think I'll do the Pile of Shame drinking game video in December. Maybe with some Glühwein or something. What do we have here? Off topic, but did you see the new Star Wars trailer? The new Star Wars trailer? No, I didn't see that. Me and my girlfriend are actually just about to finish the Clone Wars series. But, no, I haven't. Is there a new movie coming out? Don't drink and paint? I wonder, did I ever drink and paint? Not quite sure. I think with Theinrich I once we once had a drink and then reacted to the Adepticon or something, or Warhammer Reveals, I think. That was quite fun, can definitely recommend that. Silence, alcoholic, a German is speaking. Don't drink the paint, corrected that for you, thank you. Yeah, exactly. Although again, Nuln oil has a very nice taste to it. But if you're more after that smoky flavor, like whiskey-ish, I recommend drinking some of Agrax Earthshade. Very nice. You could put the shame on the wheel and spin it, that will decide what you do. I did that last time, remember? Up there, I think the biggest shame I feel is for the miniatures that I got for Christmas. So for example, Lionel Johnson, my girlfriend gifted to me for Christmas last year. And up there is Talia Vedra of the Free Cities of Sigmar. That I got for Christmas like the year before that, and I still haven't painted her. So I feel really scummy when I wish for more Warhammer, and I still haven't painted the other miniatures that I wished for Christmas. That always feels like kinda bad. But on the other hand, I once didn't wish for Warhammer, and it just didn't feel like Christmas, you know? I don't know. At least one small set, you know? It has to be. James must be fed. James Workshop. Tiny says, it looks so bad people are missing the sequels. Like they're going, I guess the sequels weren't that bad. Really? Hot damn. Can't wait for the critical drinker to trash on that one then. But no, I haven't watched it, no. I'll have a look after the stream though. Thanks for the recommendation, Heinrich. But again, is it a movie? Is it a show? Like, what are they doing? Don't forget I've sent you the game table on Insta. Oh yeah, right. I'll check that out right after this guy. Or rather, I'll check that out, if you don't mind. I'd rather check that out if I do the last skeleton, because it's only this and the sergeant. And then we're done with the armor on these guys and can finally do something more interesting. Mildly more interesting. Don't ask why a lot of painters know how the shades taste. We just know it, okay? Yeah. I used to be a big brush licking enthusiast, but now I don't do that anymore. Don't actually know why I stopped. It once happened in one of my art classes that I, you know, the classic blunder of drinking the paint water and dipping your brush in your coffee. So, you know, some experiences just are universal. I think the hobbyist version of that would definitely be spilling your Nuln oil or something. Durin says, can you imagine the shock a doctor would have if they just dissected us hobbyists and say they didn't believe the human body could take these levels of plastic particle toxicity? That Nuln oil do be tasty though? Oh yeah. Yeah, As we all know, microplastic is stored in the balls, and you know, we miniature hobby enthusiasts, when it comes to Warhammer minis, you know, them balls do be heavy. What was I talking about again? I'm a little Platoon fan of that. 14 hour, the Acolyte analysis, let's go. Oh hell yeah. The Acolyte, bro. That show also was just a shit show. Haven't watched it, but I saw, of course, all the reviews, and I didn't want to watch it, you know, even when I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, I'm not going to watch that show. But I was very interested in the reviews. The Acolyte was so low of Disney, Dan could really dunk on that one. Oh yeah. I did that with my glue. Dipped the glue brush in my coffee and gave it a whisk. Yeah. And then it's like, do you still drink the coffee, you know? Depending on how much paint, or in your case glue, came off. Because I still drank my coffee. That's why our girlfriends love us for the big plastic balls. Alright. Should I ask for a comment on that, or not? My god. But yeah. Holy shit, look at that spillage. Wow. Look at this boot. God damn. Completely apparently missed that one. Not spillage, but pooling. Holy shit. Alrighty. The power of one, the power of two, the power of man. Oh yeah, classic Star Wars line. No, I don't drink it. Lol, look at me. Look at me model and try to figure out what I have been at this life for too long. JH Pizza says, hi there, stumbled upon the channel, feels cozy here. Oh, thank you. That's everything I want this channel to be, especially the streams. Just a cozy hobby hangout, you know? Maybe not the videos. For the videos I always wanted to be a cinematic experience. Which is why I put so much effort in the intro and outro of those videos. But yeah. I think I really did something with the music, the jazz, but not too jazzy. I think that's miles better than the Fantasy Tavern music that played before, and also a lot better than the classical music. Although I really like that one as well. And Tricky the Clown! As I promised, the staff photo has been sent. Dang! Okay, definitely need to check out them photos then. In that case, I'll send check them out right after this miniature. Or should I? Nah. I'll just paint one more skeleton and then I'll have a look at the pictures. I hope you guys can forgive me, and I hope you guys are still here when that happens. Very rough highlights, but the finer stuff comes later. It is. I just found it about an hour ago. Oh, hell yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. You're in here for the first time as well. Glad you guys are enjoying the stream. I love to see that I'm actually, you know, succeeding at my objective. Alright. Nice. Oh, whoops. Sorry. For all those who don't know, my camera doesn't have autofocus, so sometimes I just forget to check, and then the miniature gets all blurry. Alrighty. But we're definitely getting somewhere. I love these streams. Great. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to hear that. It really means a whole lot. I love doing them as well. I really like to have you here. It's a very great experience. And I think it's something that a lot of YouTubers would likely envy me for, to have such a great community. You know, we might not be that big for now, but it's a great time with all of you. So far, in all my years of streaming, and again, 53 streams, I only had one bad experience with a chatter. And even that was rather mild in comparison to what other people have to endure. Do you have Discord? Yes, I do, but no, I don't have a Discord channel for, like a Discord, channel for the stream. Because so far I never thought that so many people would be interested, but now that the question is coming up more frequently, maybe I should create one. On the other hand, I unfortunately don't have that much time, and I'd feel like a little bit guilty if I couldn't put that much time into Discord that I created myself. I think that's something I would do if I could do stuff like this more regularly and securely. The Tattooed Zoologist says, hello everyone! Oh, hey! Haven't seen you in quite a while, how are you doing? And on Twitch, Atomic K for the first time says, I would love to paint, but I don't have any workspace for this hobby. What could I recommend for you? I think if you want to start small, hang on, maybe you should get. Do I have that there? I'll be back in a second. If you want to start the hobby, and you don't have that much space, and don't want to spend too much money, maybe something like this could be interesting for you. This is a D&D paint set. I don't know how good this is, because I'm yet to try it as well. But it comes with a brush, a bunch of paints, and a miniature to paint, all in one. Games Workshop also sells these, but, you know, something along these lines. Definitely a great way to start. If you're starting with, Games Workshop miniatures, I would not recommend the Leviathan version of this, not the 40k version, but rather the Age of Sigmar version, because it offers more variety. And other than that, maybe have a look into smaller sets, because, Cursed City, Warhammer 40k, Age of Sigmar, those are encompassing quite a lot of miniatures, but maybe Warcry could be something for you, or Kill Team. Maybe that could work out. Hang on, where was I in the stream, in the chat, by the way? Well, here I am, getting motivated to paint my Cursed City minis. Hell yeah! I have an entire speed painting series on this channel, if you want to check that out. Of course, the videos, definitely have aged. I don't talk like that anymore as I do in the videos. But I think the guides are still quite nice. And, yeah. I have thought about doing a remastered version of those videos, like cut everything together into one long video, redo all of the voice lines, some of the editing, and then just basically re-release it. But again, with what time, right? Yeah, a Discord server would be great. We could send you our piles of shame and you could make a drinking stream of this. Holy shit. Okay. I mean, that's definitely a great idea. I would love to do more with my community, aka you guys. Again, I'm not quite sure if I would have the time, especially now that my diploma is actually, like, next year. Next year, around this time, I'll actually be done with my university, with my studies. And then I have to fend for myself in the art world. Whether that be here on YouTube, which I, to be honest, start to slowly doubt, or in the proper art and illustration work. Of course, both are very hard to establish yourself in. There we go. You should have a Discord channel for the Stream Man channel. I'd love to share and ask for advice in there. I mean, if you guys put it like this, it would be a lot of fun as well, wouldn't it? I'll give it some more thought. Piles of shame? I'm flipping proud. Oh god. I try to get Jan to at least let me make a Discord server since a year now. Oh yeah, that's right. You've offered it right away. Gotta help with groceries? Alright, see you later. See you later then. Or maybe even like tomorrow if everything takes too long. But thanks for stopping by anyways. And send best regards to your parents. The offer is still up, I know. I just need to, again, I'm not quite sure if I could live up to the expectations that you might not be putting upon me, but I definitely would put upon myself. Because I of course want to offer you something, right? By the way, Atomic, are you still there? Have you ever gotten into miniature painting in any way, shape or form? Or are you completely, like, would you be completely new to the hobby? Nobody says at Atomic get a painting tray from Hobbyzone or so, can store brushes, some paints and models, easy to move around. Yes. I have something similar to that. I of course have this mat, and I have all my paints on a, you know, basically piece of sturdy cardboard, so I can move them around if I need the table or not. What other chats haven't I read yet? JH Pizza says, Atomic, maybe a few pots of paint and a couple of brushes would fit into your kitchen table? Or do you want a permanent setup? Yeah, I think there are definitely a lot of ways you can start with even the smallest of setups, though I definitely get it when somebody says, hey, I don't really have the space to fit everything. There are definitely ways, but there are also like some, you know, even mentally some barriers to entry, right? The reason I didn't stream as much as I do now a few years ago, like last year for example, was because I had to set up everything like completely differently when I streamed. I had to move the desktops around, I had to reposition my table and stuff. And now I finally found a way to organize my entire room, where the only thing I have to do for a setup is a sound check beforehand. So, you know, this is set the barrier to entry way lower and way, you know, easier for me to think of streaming. Amazon does loads of Vallejo paint sets cheap? Oh really? Huh. Good to know. I started with storing paints in a shoebox. Heinrich does that still. He, every time he comes to me, he brings his paints in a shoebox. Or rather, he, as we'd say in Germany, he zweckentfremdet a D&D starter set for that. The OGs remember the old setup? Oh yeah. I was very lucky that my parents somewhat allowed me to paint in my room. They didn't approve of it like completely because they were like, oh, it's all toxic, you know. And I was like, guys, relax, it's all water-based paints. It's completely fine, it's like painting with just colored pencils. And they were like, oh right, okay, if that's the case. Never did I tell them about all of the gluing that I did. Which really... That you could smell. I personally started with the cheapest acrylic paints in a single brush and botched some goblins for the hell of it. Oh yeah. Do I have my OG here? Hang on. Actually, I don't think so. Unfortunate. I started with some, you know, regular acrylic paints as well. Oh, let's go, Atomic is still here. Hang on, I'll read your chat in a second. There we go. Typical Skaven man move? Oh yeah. I mean, he also has to travel here, right? So of course he needs to store his paint somewhere. Last time we painted his brushes actually broke apart during the travel. 2 of his new brushes splintered on the way here. That was quite dramatic, not gonna lie. Alright, hang on. Atomic says, I started painting and had a setup, but I needed to clean my area so I can have a permanent setup for painting. Just watching on Twitch makes me want to paint is all. Oh right, I have a starter kit for 40k Tau for the greater good. Oh hell yeah! Nice! There we go. Tau. There's such cool things you can do with Tau. Like even their basic color scheme is already really cool. I really like the orange one. Back when I started with Warhammer, I really adored the orange Tau suits. But there are also so many more, you know, crazy stuff. So many more crazy themes, for example, like Gundam themes or just regular mech themes from other animes and stuff like people do on Instagram and so. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do, so best of luck with that. And if you want to send me a if you happen to paint and have some progress that you might want to share or want to have me comment on, please feel free to send me an email or a pic via Instagram, both of which you will find linked in my Twitch description. Or, of course, on my YouTube as well. The OGs remember the... Oh yeah, I read that one. Long story short, it was 20 years ago and I never really stopped painting. It's an awesome hobby, Atomic. I wish you could start with Warhammer colors and brush and minis to catch the virus. Oh yeah. Corona was like... As much as Corona messed up everything else that I did, it was great for hobbying. And there we go, the sergeant is done, and I think I can finally have a look at the pictures you guys sent me. Yeah, I think the sergeant is done. Ah, no, his boot. His left foot still needs some paint. Oh geez, remember the $2.99 Moria Goblin miniatures with 5 pots of paint, don't they? $2.99 for 5 pots of paint? Jeez. Jeepers creepers. OGs remember the Seaguard of Lothern painting set. The only way you could get, like, Seaguard of Lothern back in the day. Apart from buying the Battle for the Blood Island starter pack. Wild times. I think I bought that twice even. I'm not quite sure though. Dude, I love playing against Tau in 7th edit. Super fun. The Bob Ross of miniatures? Who? I meant the painting virus. The passion, not the corona, of course. Whoops. And Atomic says, last I checked, my glue and some paint all dried up, lol. It's been in storage for a while. Oh no. Ah, classic James Workshop experience right there. Damn, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. Well, an even better excuse to pick up maybe an Army Painter starter set. Army Painter, you know, as much of a hassle it is, or it can be, to paint with Army Painter dropper bottles. At least they won't dry up, right? Jerky the Clown says, you, me, the Bob Ross of miniatures. I thought that title would already go to Goobertown Hobbies. But I feel very, very honored that you consider me worthy of that title. Thank you very much. Now, let me have a look at Instagram first, because I think, yes, I see some miniatures. Minis to paint, aka Matt. Whoa! Yo, look at this! Holy shit! Now that's a gaming table if I've ever seen one. Sheesh. Wow. Alright, right guys, what do we recognize? I recognize... No, these trees are not. So here we have the angel from like a 40k sister. A Sister of Battle statue. Here we have like this thing I'm fairly certain is from Warcry. Dude, what the fuck? Please don't touch. Oh yeah. Of course, very important. Down here. I thought Duncan is the Bob Ross of mini painting. Oh yeah, of course, Duncan Rhodes also. Yeah. A lot of Bob Rosses going around. And this stuff looks like it's 3D printed from Etsy, because I feel like I've seen these houses somewhere. I want a game with Matt, says Brother 6. Oh, welcome as well. Welcome to the stream. Hell yeah. But jeez. Wow. Hang on, can I... Oh yeah, just zoom out again. Wow, what a gaming table. Holy shit. Drying happens with paints every once in a while. It's useful to check the consistency and add some medium. Oh yeah, of course, that's nice. All of the directions are so good. Yeah, I think I saw these buildings as well. Yeah. Oh, of course, hey, look at this! One of the OG Warhammer houses. So there we go, Warhammer Fantasy, the regular house. I don't know what the official title is, but I think it's literally just villager house or something. Townhouse. But yeah, holy shit, that's great for some more time. That looks exactly like I'd envisioned more time. A great table, holy shit. Nice, 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 nicer, dicer, holy moly. I think Matt is not even here anymore. But yeah, hopefully he sees this, that's crazy. And Tricky the Clown sent me a picture of his staff, which is not supposed to be an innuendo. It actually is a proper wooden staff. Or so I think, hang on. Let's try this without doxing him. Actually, let me put on some music again. Do we have part 3 of this? No? Okay. Oh! Ah, there we go. Let's go. The staff. Hell yeah. That's quite a nice staff. Hand with an eye in it. Where would you get this? Like, when do you pick up the staff? On what occasion? It's not wood, that's for sure. Oh, right, okay, fair enough. Another staff, then. But this is just a regular walking stick, right? That's not... The eye moves? Okay. Very cinchy. Oh yeah, that's cinchy as hell, dude. Damn. Nice, okay. It looks pretty much like you described it, yeah. Good job. Alright. We've been streaming for 2 hours now, so I think it's roughly going to be around 30 more minutes. At least. And by the way, did anybody subscribe or join while I wasn't looking? Oh, Moustache Prawn is followed me 28 minutes ago. 38 minutes ago. Did I see that? I'm not sure if I mentioned that. Unfortunately, every time somebody joins, I don't have, like... You guys see and hear the sound on YouTube, but I don't get the sound, like, pop up in my headset. Like, I'm not willfully ignoring that you guys are subbing to the channel, I just can't hear it, I can't help myself. Behold the male fantasy looking at beautiful sticks and staffs. No, the male fantasy is finding a stick in the woods that looks either like a sword or a gun. And now we're going to spice things up with some Mephiston red. Painting all the areas that catch the most light. A stick on the beach or the wood? Oh yeah. can try to add some texture in it as well. By the way, we handle the brush, but it's not necessary. The way I'm putting these down is just, I literally just follow the way my lamp shines down on this miniature. And everywhere where the most light bounces off, I put a highlight with my fist in red. Stick? You mean no. Have you ever seen these videos where people do like magnet fishing in the river or like a creek or something? And they pull out like, the only things they pull up are like weapons and bombs, you know? And grenades and stuff. It's like, bro, can you find anything else? Can you find something else that won't lead to like, I don't know, trouble? But what do you do after finding it? You call all the homies over to present it like the Holy Grail? Hell yeah. Now you post it on... No, hang on, actually, you're right, yeah. Just call the homies and have a good time. Passionately make out. At least that's what I do with the homies. Steinrich can attest to that. Magnet fishing is funny? Hell yeah. Dude, you mentioned the stick to be a gun, of course. Yeah, I mean, I got that, yeah. I just didn't know how to answer your chat in a witty manner. That happens sometimes. Sorry, I failed you. If I want anything for this channel, it would be lots of Kriegsmen and Noise Marines. You might, you know, you might be... Oh my gosh, I actually did just order Kriegsmen and Noise Marines, both of Etsy. But you might see some of that sometime soon. Soon, of course, in huge quotation marks, but... You know, soon. I did want to do a video where I test out different ways, like 10 different ways to paint Kriegers. Of course, featuring the regular regiments, but also some Helldiver inspired versions. And the reason I haven't got to that yet is actually because I don't know where I put my Kriegers. I don't know where they are. I lost my terrain as well. Can't find it. I live in a one-room apartment and I still lose stuff. How's that even fucking possible? But I dare say that this helps the mini a whole lot. Jeez. I'm gonna be so broke at the end of this year. Yeah, you told me. By the way, thanks for... thanks for sending me the money. Okay, I'm back, so... Oh, Matt says, okay, I'm back, so the table I did notice you saw it. So it's for the narrative game where the city will defend the building. They have health, and they will get damaged and ruined. That's so cool. The only time I did that like years ago with a Warhammer Fantasy game of Empire against Empire. And I built an entire like Empire city out of buildings that I had for the model railway I had as a kid. Pretty impressive buildings as well, like the mayor's house of my city and stuff, of like my home city. So yeah, that is pretty impressive as well. But your table, of course, really takes the cake. Good job on that. In quickscope, it's from big game of armies down to skirmishes. Oh yeah. I mean, that's nice. That's nice. I love that. I'd like to do a narrative campaign on this channel as well, but I'd need to have a little bit more of a concept. Every stream I talk about so many ideas that I have, so many projects that are going on, and then I'd continue to not release anything for the month because it's just so much stuff that I need to do. So unlucky, so I really just need to put in more work, actually. The Inquisitor says, of course I have a stick that looks like a rifle, even with a branch that looks like a grip. Oh, nice. As someone's presented to visitors as a vibe check? Hell yeah. Then you know if these people are real or not. That's the way Arnold Schwarzenegger would identify other Terminators in The Terminator. Like the original movie. Does this guy look good or not? Finally we can step away from the armor and have some actual fun here, my god. Well, I don't have a streaming platform. I'm quick to start the projects, but if they take too long I may abandon them. Yeah. I mean, kinda same, right? But I think if there's one thing I take away from content creation, is that you need to be a little bit cutthroat if you want to enjoy your and your friends' happiness. Like if you want to preserve that, you need to be cutthroat from, you know, which meetings you turn into content and which are just, you know, like for fun. That's why I always, when Heinrich is here, I don't want him to, for example, feel like he has to, like we have to do a stream or something. I always check beforehand if it's okay if we stream. And we always plan in advance if we're going to stream or not. Because otherwise I'd feel just bad. I don't want every meeting to be like a business meeting, right? There we go. Nice. This helps so much to make the minis look better. And it actually still works. I didn't think that this transformation would be possible with the way that the new null works. But, you know, it definitely still works. After this one I'll do a quick comparison between the look of 2025 versus the look of 2022. And then you, the audience, may decide which one look better or if they look good, as they both are. I renamed my chapter to The Emperor's Tears. Oh, really? Didn't you name them that as well the last time you were here? Emperor's Tears? And by the way, with a name like that, I think that could be good mates with the Lamenters. Yep. Legionary Decanus! Hey! Yo, what's up? I'm at Greece. I'm at Greece with my family. I plan on getting my my handson? I think grandson, maybe? The Void Dragon. Holy moly. Approved. Approved by me, definitely. Is the Void Dragon the new Catan, or is it one of the older ones? I actually don't know. Legionary Decanus is chilling in Greece. Very appropriate place to stay for a legionary. Oh, there we go, the red just helps so much. Tricky the Clown said something that degenerates like you belong across Legionnaire. You know what's funny? YouTube sends the message in the stream, but I don't get it. So I think because you typed in the word degenerate, YouTube automatically censored it, so my eyes won't be sullied with such impure words. I have no censor mechanism on. This is just built into YouTube and I don't know how to circumvent it. It's actually rather annoying because sometimes people are just getting censored for no reason. Here's Starmar 1 in the end. It's not old but not the newest. Ah, right, okay. Old Catan are the Deceiver and the Nightbringer. The new run is a reveal of a remodel of the old model of the Nightbringer. The new one is a reveal of the remodel of the old model of the Nightbringer. Goddamn, what a sentence. Alrighty. Then came the Unshackled Catan and then the Void Dragon. Okay. I'm not that familiar with Catan lore or nomenclature for that matter. Fallout New Vegas, babe. Yeah, I thought so. Thought as much. Haven't played it. I'd actually get Fallout New Vegas if Bethesda would do like a what's it called? Remake of it, like they did with Oblivion. I'm actually very happy. I don't play Oblivion, but if I did, I'd definitely play the remake because it just runs so much smoother. But it still includes all the bugs, you know? All the charming Oblivion flair is still there. So I think as somebody who would like to play that game and enjoy its charm, the remake is actually more than just a cash grab. Fallout 102, all the best. PS3 makes it funny. Oh gosh. English, yeah. I did all the ending for New Vegas and played all the DLC. Damn. If you guys want to see some great Fallout videos, I recommend Big Beak Entertainment here on YouTube. His videos on Fallout are just great. I rewatch them on a regular occurrence because they're just that good. Definitely check him out. Good old CRPG style needs to be kept alive. I don't know. I mean, I definitely get what you mean. I definitely would like to check out Fallout 1 and 2 sometime as well. Yeah, I think you're right. Fair enough. Gotta go, it's time to cook something. Cheers lads, have a nice evening. Thanks for the painting at the chat, says JH Pizza. Alright. See ya. Thanks for thanks for chugging along and, you know, painting alongside me. Have a nice evening and best of luck cooking. See you next time. So we will just continue with the cloth. I'm actually not 100% sure how this is gonna go down here. I think somewhere like this, somehow like this. Choose Slan. I don't want Bethesda near my New Vegas or Modern Obsidian for that matter. I know what you mean, but if it's just a straight remake, like a remake on like an engine that runs more smoothly, and like maybe a graphics overhaul, although that really doesn't need to be in New Vegas's case, I wouldn't actually mind. But I definitely get what you mean, right? They can be played by themselves, so go for Fallout 2 with the restoration patch. Best experience ever? Really? Alright then. The thing is, I would like to check out Fallout New Vegas. I'd really like to play that game a lot, including the DLC. Unfortunately, I've heard it's just so difficult to get it to run, right? And I'm just too goddamn lazy to, you know, fiddle around with mods and settings and stuff. My friend Hightower actually told me about that. Alright, hang on. I think we're actually done with the cloth here. Let's have a look. This, on the left, is the version of 2025. Let's make this like this. And this is the version of 2022. Oh, of course, the version on the right still has more stuff going on, because it has a few extra steps that we haven't done here. But I think in terms of the glove, it actually works really well. And in terms of the shield as well. There are some differences, but you know, pretty nice. Pretty nice. Plume of New Vegas on console then. No Fallout 3. Oh, Matt says, alright, Brothers of Brushes. Brothers of Brushes, quite a nice title. I have to go get some rest for tomorrow. Have a nice day, see y'all next stream. Alright, see ya, Matt. Thanks for checking in, and thanks for the great picture of your gaming table. Holy shit. That was a treat to be sure. Get some rest, and maybe we'll see each other either tomorrow or sometime later this week. Twisted Metal for the PlayStation is pretty good. Isn't that like a Fallout follow-up? Not quite sure. Bring out the real classics now. The blending on the cape is better and the highlights on the armor is less blunt. We'll get better, don't worry. Okay. Alrighty. I mean, I guess what you mean, yeah? The reason I think it's better on the left side, the blending, quote-unquote, is because the wash isn't as heavy here as it is here. And the highlights on this side will get as blunt as they are here. The reason they are not is because this one is highlighted with Calidor Sky, and this one is still highlighted only with Thunderhawk Blue. But it will get its own Calidor Sky as well. Is it Calidor Sky or is it Teclis Blue? Lothern Blue. I see. I'm about to spill out Twisted Metal lore? Oh no. Still good nonetheless? Thank you. And Icel, of course, sends his best regards to Matt as he is leaving us. Alright. I'm actually quite surprised how well I managed to keep talking to you guys while doing all of the armor highlights. That is not a guarantee, because I really thought I'd need more focus for that. Thankfully I has switched to a smaller brush. That definitely helped as well. Alrighty. On. I got tired. Alright. What paint did you use for the skeleton bones? So far, only, like, on the left here, so far I only used Xandri Dust with some, you know, Nuln Oil for the wash. And on the right, the same, but the highlights are made with Ushabti Bone. Just applied straight from the bottle, right on his skeleton. Which is how you get all of these nice, like, details and stuff. Yeah. Highly recommend. Right, I'm about to start 20 Burrow Guard. Oh no. Is that the version for the... Oh, that's the new ones, right? Ooh. I have those paints. Yeah, Xandri does do Ushabti Bone are classics. Very useful for, like, most army schemes. Alrighty. And we'll just continue on with the Mephiston Red. I think I'd really like to have all of the guys painted with just Mephiston Red. I know they're not done, but that's basically the last big step that I need to do to have them, you know, game table ready. But of course I need to do some finer work with especially the highlights, for example, and the skeleton itself. Simply because I do want to put these guys up for sale on Etsy. And I am charging, you know, quite a lot. Because it is 60 miniatures in the end. And I do want all of the people who purchase from me to have the best miniatures I can paint. Uh, 50 Skaven? My gosh. What's the difference between Soulblight and Bone Reaper? Soulblight are the vampires, and Bone Reapers are the skeletons, I think. Isn't that right? Oh, did I put the wrong faction in the title? That might be the case. I'm so used to saying the word Soulblight Gravelords that I actually haven't checked. Yeah. I might have put the wrong faction in the description, whoops. Ah yeah, remember? Yeah. Alright then, I think I made an oopsie-daisy. But that's okay. As everybody knows, you need to put out as much wrong and stupid information in a YouTube video and title description as you can to get people to click on the video and leave a comment on how you're stupid to do something that's called engagement farming. I've never done that actually. I've never done this, at least purposefully. I think the dumbest thing I guess I said was in a short where I talked about the Empire in Warhammer Fantasy and how it's set in the Napoleonic ages. Because in Total War Warhammer Fantasy 2, I play it as if I was in the Napoleonic ages because muskets and cannons are just OP. And yeah, a lot of people there were very angry about that. Rage bait cells, yeah. I mean, you know, did work out in the end. One of my most viewed shorts on here on how I'm just a fucking idiot. Lol, charging more than average, are we? You learn yourself some Games Workshop. I'm pretty sure I'm not charging more than average. I think I'm pretty spot on. The thing is, the reason my price is so, if you were to look me up on Etsy right now, right? If you were to look for Break of Art on Etsy, my prices are eye-watering. Don't get me wrong, I know that. The reason I charge that much is because I don't really have time to put towards a commission right now, so it would be a really, like, quite the inconvenience to do that, especially a big order. So, and because it is such an inconvenience, I was like, okay, I don't want to close my shop. I'll just increase the price of everything on to around, like, I don't know, with about like 30%. I increase it around 30%. So if a person wants this commission that bad, then at least it's really worth it, right? You're a student, so I let you off. Some of my colleagues are actually charging like insane amounts of money for the art that they do. And I'm just like, okay, you know, no comment from me. I myself wouldn't put as much money toward that. Not even towards my own stuff, don't get me wrong, I'm not trashing my colleagues, I just think that as we are students, we shouldn't really charge that much. But at the same time, I do the same on Etsy, so how good am I? On what moral grounds am I allowed to talk? The answer is none, of course. Is that sharp? Is that in focus? Yeah, I think so. What else? Can anyone please confirm or deny that there is like somewhat of a writer's strike going on at Games Workshop right now? Because I did see a video floating around about a guy basically saying that the writers have enough with the upper management of Games Workshop basically ruining everything for profit and, you know, more like sales and stuff, like ruining lore, like disregarding lore and stuff like that. So there's some sort of pushback happening. And I saw that and I was like, that sounds like rumors and like conspiracy to me. I don't think that's real. So if anybody of you have heard that, maybe you know something more about it. Writer's strike, I believe they had an employee strike. Oh really? They did? Huh. Right after they paid them that big bonus? I guess that's not happening again then. Whoops. Well. I hope they're somewhat right. I think the way the lore has evolved, you know, we had a handful of mishaps on the lore front this year. Some controversies. I hope that the writers are doing a little bit to make their voices heard and say like, hey man, how about you leave us to do this? But yeah, so much going on with Games Workshop, it's hard to keep up. Really still intrigued to see where the Henry Cavill show is going. But I think we'll find that out in like 2 years or something. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. iKel says a big thing. Well, that Tom Mendelsohn got suspended and he's known for his bullying and woke agendas. Plus, he's the one who told us all about women have always been in custodies. He's an absolute nasty human being. Really? He got suspended? Oh, hell yeah. Interesting. See, and you got censored as well. I'm not sure if you wrote it, if it's because you wrote the word nasty. But, yeah, again, YouTube didn't send it to me. I just caught it because I was lucky enough to watch my own stream at that very second. But yeah. I want to know who wrote the latest Templar edition. I just want to talk with him. Yeah, I heard the Templars got done dirty as well. Similar to the Grey Knights. Though I actually don't know what exactly happened with the Templars. The community is very vague about everything. So I don't know what's happening. And Lewis didn't make an I am outraged video about it, so... Not as if he does that in that manner, but... For example, when the Terminus Decree got revealed, quote-unquote, he did make a big update video, which I found really helpful. But he didn't do it with the Templars, so what happened there exactly? Silver Scratch Build Protection says, hello people! Hello, Silver Scratch. I saw the big Ceres this night that you posted on your community page. Very nice work. That's definitely a project that has some great potential. But again, as I asked you in the written comment, will you give that model a big belly or not? Because again, it feels quite weird to see such a skinny Nurgle model, right? Sick! Legionary Deconner send a super chat! Ooh. 6 shekels every stream I catch is mandatory? Thanks, man! Holy shit! Thank you so much for the super chat. Holy moly! Definitely need to like that, of course. Yes. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's crazy. Hell yeah. Oh, I feel like such a legitimate YouTuber now. And by the way, of course, you know, it's not mandatory. How much is that, by the way, in like euros or so? Definitely need to look that up. Because I actually don't know. Not that I, you know, would hold any value against the shekels, even if anybody were to donate like €1, it would be amazing. It is amazing. But I just gotta know, because... It's like €2? Alright. That's not too bad. For you to do this every stream you catch of me. Thank you very much for the 6 checkers, of course. Damn. So cool, thank you. He's also bullied people out of the job that don't share his same left views and replaces them with same viewed people. Probably why GW have gone all woke on us. Yeah. Though I think, you know, you'd hope that Games Workshop stays true to its edgy nature. I really hope so. But I guess the, for example, the secret level video gave me a lot of hope. Like the secret level entry they had for Warhammer. That was really nice. Shekels is old money? Oh yeah. Shekels is very old. And thanks again. And the new one is called Nice? Oh really? Oh, didn't know. I think it becomes a tradition for me, Lemao. Thank you so much. That's really cool. Now we gotta look up what shekels are. Silver Scratch says, no belly, but will have intestines hanging, cause it's based on a plague bearer? Ooh. Alright then. We'll watch your progress with great interest. Your career, I mean. And by the way, congrats on almost 300 subscribers on your channel as well. Saw that with great pleasure. New Israeli shekels. Okay, they're called Nice then. Interesting. Had no idea. I only knew shekels. It's kind of still weird for me. I still don't know how to really address super chats, you know? Because I feel like, oh, somebody sent me money. Holy shit! I need to like show how much I appreciate it, because I really do. But at the same time, I don't want to worsen the viewing experience for everybody else to just, you know, keep riding on it. Thank you. Cool. Yeah, it's very good to see. If you guys want to see a very interesting self-made knight project, check out Silver Scratch Productions. That man joined the channel during the Subathon, I think, as well. And he had some crazy projects. And also some crazy plans for his stuff. Don't do a cringe dance, just be humble. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. That's what I want to do as well. But you know, it's one thing to have that concept and the other one to actually execute. Okay. What else? Actually, I have also quite a few knights that I need to take care of. They actually need to be built as well. Just can't. You just need to say something insulting and then thanks for the money. Alright then. I know Legend of Total War loves to do that. But I'm not as established as him, you know? People might not know it's a joke. Especially because I'm German and our sense of humor is, of course, world famous for existing at all. So everything I say might come out as we say in Germany, Bier ernst. Beer, serious. Imagine if every time you bought something at a shop, they would cringe dance, have music blaring and LED lights in Vegas just turned up. You wanna know something? That's exactly how they do it at like LARP conventions. Every time they get like tips. Every time you go to a store, like the first store that did that, I think was MacOwners Trading Post. They had a slush ice, you know, a place where you could buy slush ice. And they had, every time you'd give them a tip, they'd scream from the top of their lungs. Everybody in the store would scream, a tip, thank you very much, and then ring a bell and everything. And because their slush ice costs €1.80, everybody would give like €2 and say, alright, it's good like that. So every customer would let them ring the bell basically and scream, thank you for the tip. So it was more a matter of who wouldn't give them a 20-cent tip than who would. After they did that, I'd ask for a refund. About damn time is also a banger all the time. Nah, I love the way XQC does it, you know? Just completely ignoring it. But no, I think it'll get better with time. Just need some more practice. You know what that means? No. Do you know these videos where people are like, I donated money to a small streamer just to see their reaction? And then I saw a version of a person who said like, I donated money to a small streamer just to see their reaction. It was XQC. And he just looks like, he just looks up at the super chat for like a second, completely ignores it, doesn't say anything, and then just keeps on going with the stream. It's like, okay. But yeah, the way the Mac Owners Trading Post handled their tips, I think, was the most ingenious way. Because they were the first to do this that way. And of course, having a price set at 180 when a coin is 2 euros. 2 euros. It's genius. Actually genius. Lol, yeah. Bingo! Another miniature. Another... Again, if you need some comparison, this is after the highlights, this is without the highlights. So, quite the big difference. Although, not gonna lie, the light makes it kinda difficult to make out. Let's dim that a little bit. Yeah. Still kinda hard to make out. Anyways. It is a difference, I swear. Nice, they're looking good. Thank you. Glad to hear everything works out. Everything keeps working out, I should say. Glad to hear that my recipe from 3 years ago now roughly still holds up. I actually was, again, as I said, quite unsure if this would work with the new null recipe. I'm actually very glad to see that it still works out. I'd hate for people to try my recipe and then it not working due to the way the colors have been reworked. Silver Scratch Build Protection says, I'm painting the flesh cape on my Lord of Virulence? Virulence? Ooh. Don't actually know the model from the top of my head. Maybe I know the look, but just can't align the name to it. I got my recipe sorted last week. Nice. That's of course the best way. Yeah, no, Death Guard, of course. I just don't know the exact model is what I mean. No. Yeah. You have ideas for the base as well? Yes. As you can see, I cut some spruce into pieces to look like cobblestone and arranged it like to look like a bit of a street, basically. And the way that this works will be just, you know, regular... Wow, I really have only bad examples here, don't I? Is that I paint the stones like in the same color that the mats for, like the bases for the cursed city are painted, and then just the rest in regular dirt. Best Nurgle model is the Nurgle Herald sitting on palanquine, counting all the kills on the table. Can't come up with his name though. I think I know which model you mean though. That is, I think in my opinion, the best Nurgle model as well. Nice look. Hang on, maybe I have a better way of showing it. Yeah, here you can see it a little bit better. So it's supposed to roughly look like this. It's a very old model? Yeah. I guess so. I think so as well. I'm back, the hotel Wi-Fi stopped working for a while. You're watching this on your hotel Wi-Fi? Don't they only have like limited data in a hotel as well before you need to keep paying? Or is that a thing of the past? My girlfriend says no. Epidermis. It's the Tallyman. Oh, the Tallyman. Of course. That makes a lot of sense. I think I might need a toilet break for a second, guys. I'm streaming for... Ooh, we're already 3 hours in, roughly. I think I'll keep going for like maybe 15 more minutes. Then we are at a nice 3 hours. That's the average that I'd like these streams to see. Like between 2 and 3 hours. And then we also have most of the Orphan Watch painted in a very respectable manner. To a very respectable standard. It's a thing of the past? Alright, okay. Never heard of such a thing? Alright, damn. Well. I gotta say that is the way it used to work. Back when I was staying in a hotel as a kid. So yeah. Might have been a little bit outdated, I don't know why. I thought that was still the way the world worked. There we go. How? Question mark says hello! And the chat answers with hello. I have a Death Guard army. Says I killed Mortarion from Wargame exclusive and Migrate Unclean One. The Alec Kovac masterpiece from Etsy. Ooh, that one. I think I even know that one. I actually have to excuse myself for a second. I actually do need to take the toilet break right now and not just in 15 minutes. So I'll be right back. I'm sorry for WoW, who literally just joined the stream and now has to, if he wants to, wait for me to come back. As you guys are waiting, please feel free to enjoy this skelly boy. I'll be right back. Alright. I'm back. Anybody still there? Oh, hang on. There we are. Hal says, I'm a furry.
What?
Great way to come back to the stream. The fuck? He's a furry who plays orcs in 40k. Nobody is friends with him immediately, alright. Oh, I sell this back in mail stuff. I work on a miniature game. You work on a miniature game? Please do elaborate on that one. You work on a miniature game, like as a rules writer or something like that? What is that supposed to mean? But glad to see that you guys could help yourselves while I was away. There used to be days when I went to the toilet for 2 minutes and would come back to no one. But yeah. How glad to see that the community accepts you right away. That's what I love to see. Great work, guys. Though I already see that, you know, it's going to be rather a pain to address how and nobody. Nobody says this and that. How says this and that. My gosh. The good old days at Brink of Art. Oh damn. If you want to see some Brink of Art nostalgia, maybe sort my streams from newest to from oldest to newest. Legendary Decana says, well, it's getting late, I think I'm gonna go to bed. Was nice catching up to another stream. Yeah, thank you very much for joining the stream, and also thank you very much for the super chat as well again. Have yourself a good night's rest and have fun in Greece. Catch you another time, man. Thanks for catching up. Oh, I guess How got struck by an NDA. His message got immediately deleted. I did read it, I just couldn't save the name in my head of the game so far. So quick. And I killed, of course, staying true to his original self of continuing to say goodnight to everybody who leaves. Very nice, very sweet of you. I work on a miniature game called Inferno. Inferno? Should I have heard of that? Because it sounds kind of familiar. Or is there no way I could have heard of that till now? YouTube is being a cunt again, I see. And again, you got censored for the word cunt. Ain't that funny? I swear, I do have, I have all censorship that I can control. I have turned off because I told YouTube I want to leave it to my own discretion to censor people and to ban people for saying nasty things. But YouTube is like, I got you, bro. I'll do it myself. That's not what I asked for. I don't know. No. Disco Inferno. Is it in Kickstarter? No. Alright, so it's that early in the concept stage. Interesting. Nasty things? Yeah. Oh, funny, this time you didn't get censored for the word nasty. Huh. We've got 6 more minutes. After that, my girlfriend will be furious. Yeah. I know you guys were couldn't hear that. She basically said she wasn't furious. She's just disappointed.
Then I will be.
She will be disappointed, which is a lot worse.
And which is totally logical because.
What?
Which is logical because.
It's logical. All right.
Didn't explain it.
It's should I explain to my chat why that would be logical or what? Alright, my girlfriend...
I don't think I'm lunatic.
Okay, my girlfriend wants you to think that she's not a lunatic. And... Huh? And she has me explain to you that the reason she would be disappointed is because she doesn't mind these streams at all, which... No, that's exactly what you said. You don't mind the streams as long as I tell you the correct time when they are.
I heard that she doesn't like the streams at all.
Oh no, that's not what I said. See, and I get in trouble. I get in trouble, even though she's here. The heat guy says she sounds furious. You're absolutely right. I'm going to get my ass beat as soon as I turn the camera off.
I love you. So
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun here. Thanks to the heat guy for having my back. It just made for fun. Alright, I am the game. Right. I work on the rule book to the game. Seems like someone is sleeping on the couch tonight, says nobody.
We don't have a couch though.
We don't have a couch though. I'm sleeping in the dog hut. Jan, blink with your eyes as she holds you at gunpoint. I can't believe you stuck me in there. Hey, caught together, hung together, you know how it goes. Whelp the floor it is then. Well, I guess it is. But no, again, as I'm tried to explain earlier, she doesn't mind the streams at all as long as I tell her when I start and when I stop. And stick to that. Which happened last time, and she was very disappointed. Which I get.
It happened more than once that you make like... That you
It happened
like
once that
that
I streamed longer.
Much longer, not just 10 minutes.
And yeah. I don't want to spoil this, you know? That's why I try to stick to it as well, best as I can. I asked if she is... Oh, right. Is she a Vulcan? I'm a Romulan fan.
What?
I asked if she's a Vulcan as she said you're not logical. Alright. Yeah, she is a Vulcan. No, she is she's more of a Romulan. Because she would happily disintegrate me.
No!
No, I'm just joking. Sorry.
I would never do that.
Sorry, my dear.
They think I want to kill you.
No, she's a lovely elf, and she values the little time she has with such a mortal man like me. And that's why she wants me to spend as much of this time with her together, which is a very reasonable request, and I follow that very happily. I still just cool. Inferno is going to be a free game. A free game? As a board game? How's that gonna work? Inferno is about the 9 rings of hell. Alright. So she's frieren. Well, she is always am frieren, if you get what I mean. So I guess in some way. In some way, I guess you're right. But she's actually not frieren, because as opposed to frieren, she actually managed to get together with me by her own sheer will, against my cowardice. She managed to get this relationship started. But that's a tale for another time. Wild stuff. Ah, you are Bilbo Baggins. Pretty much. I managed to show her the nice ways of living on a hole on the ground, drinking lots of tea and having a lavish breakfast. A Christian fairy? What is happening? A free ebook and miniature can maybe can be bought. Alright. I see. I mean, that's fair enough. Alright. And we are just across the 3-hour mark. You know what that means. That means the end of the stream. Funnily enough, I again end up with three miniatures, which are not fully painted, which is super funny, because when I painted these skelly boys in the first stream that I did, I also only managed to get them to, like, through the speed painting stage. This
talking all the time.
What?
Talking all the time.
Yeah, I need to entertain my people. I love talking by painting.
Yes, but it's because that's the reason why it's much slower.
Yeah, but no, the funny thing is, the last time I did a stream like this, like a stream about these skelly boys, I also only got them I missed to paint 4 of them, and they're like this. If you see, this is the speed painting stage still, since like 3 years, and this is the speed painting stage I leave them at now, so it's kind of funny that it actually works out. Durin Björnson says you need to shut up and focus painting and bring your girlfriend to the talking. That's a great idea.
Well,
next time I do a girlfriend painting with my girlfriend stream, and you guys can ask her questions about Warhammer and tell her the lore and stuff, and what you are doing, and she's going to do all the talking, and I'm going to paint. There's the logic. Yeah, pretty much. Great idea, Durin. You know what? That's going to get photographed, so I remember to do that. All your rules. All you need is rules. You can get or use any models. It's fantasy. If it's fantasy. Ooh. iKelt says I'm Catholic. Great. I'm an evangelist. I think I'm a Lutheran. I'm not sure how to say it in English. We'll ask her all ye hidden secrets. Hey, how? I saw that. I saw ya, that you bugger. Alright. But to come to the end of the stream, I think, as I do the outro, immediately apologize. That's goddamn right. Apology accepted, no problem. No, it's okay, it's fine. It's okay. Yeah. And that's where we are at. That's the way the skelly boys look right now. We didn't quite manage to get them to this stage. Hang on, let me actually get the proper soldier for this, for the proper comparison. We actually didn't get them to be quite like the soldier on the right. And but we actually did get them a lot further than they were when we started the stream. Which I think is great. Alright. Durin says, thanks for the stream. Was good motivation to get back into painting. I'll drop by again in the future. Nice, thank you. Make a Discord server too. That was a good idea, whoever asked for it. Same man. Alright. You guys want a Discord server? I'll definitely start considering it more thoroughly. Alright. Thank you guys for such a nice stream as well. Thank you guys for keeping me company, and I'll see you again either tomorrow or sometime later this week, and then we will build the Vespid or do something else depending on what I'm in the mood for. Ask for that for ages, man, says Inquisitor. Yeah, I'll get to it sometimes. Alright. Good night, guys. I didn't want to leave my girlfriend waiting for too long. Okay, this got better for a slot. Alright, I need to stop. It's so much fun, but, you need to stop when it's the best. Alright. See ya, see ya. Have a nice night. Cheers and see you next time. Goodbye. Stop.